Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
It's a beautiful day in Southern California. We are in the heart of South Central LA. The current temperature is 76 degrees, and we plan on making it even hotter. I am Ms.Lishey. Welcome to BGP. Along with Adrianne and Neisha, we are going to jump right into this topic. Today's topic is the whole copulation.
Okay.
So here's the thing. We're all adults. We're grown women. We decide that we don't want to be traditional women. We have no initiative to get married right now. We don't want to become wives. We think that we have time to do that later on. So we're going to inform you about the titles that will be placed on you out in the world when you are interacting and having relations or relationships with the opposite sex, who we call men. So we're going to use our feminine energy and our feminine opinions to describe the bust down, the side chick, the bad bee, and the mistress. Ladies, y'all ready?
Let's go.
I guess so. Let's read.
Hey.
So, what would be you all's personal definition of a bust down female?
Bust down. She busting it down?
Busting it open?
Man, I haven't. Okay.
Y'all know what a bust down is. Come on now. You hear it on the radios. You hear men talk about bust downs. What is a bust down?
I haven't heard anybody reference it. I know bust down. I'm thinking of the song that's in my head right now. But when I think about so bust down, that's the girls she busting it down.
Okay, let's give it another name. The jump off.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She's one that everybody is probably done hit that many a time. She
stay ready.
She stay
open.
Drop down and get your eagle on. Okay. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. Gotcha. She's that girl. She's busting it down, getting her eagle on. Giving it out at anywhere, anytime. I would think that would be that girl that doesn't have really good self-esteem. She's looking for love in all the wrong places. And maybe she thinks because she got that good, and she's sharing it with everybody, and maybe it's making her feel special. Maybe that's something that she feels she's only good at.
Ms. Williams.
The definition, or just my thoughts on her?
How does a woman, what would you say, how does a woman become a jump off or a bust down? Adrianne kind of went into it a little bit.
Sometimes it could be a result of being a pump and dump, not healing from it, realizing that she got played, and so now she feels like this is all that she has to offer a man. She doesn't have any other skills or qualities to give him, but she does have that one little area in her life that she feels like attracts men to her, and she gets comfortable in that position.
Right. And if I could add something on an even more serious note, maybe she was sexually assaulted.
Could be.
And a lot of women who have been sexually assaulted become very promiscuous because they feel like this is all
normal.
It seems norm.
Yes.
Exactly. It's the norm for them to just,
Yeah.
This is how I get company. This is how I get attention.
Exactly.
This is how I get somebody to pay attention to me.
Because somebody paid attention and they took it from me, and now I have the option of giving it away. So
Maybe she's a nymphomaniac.
that could be it
Sometimes.
too. That could
Maybe
be a
she's never
sex addict. Yeah.
Satisfied. She has a sex addiction. Maybe she was never taught that her body is a temple
Right.
and that you don't give it away to everybody.
True.
True.
Maybe she became a bust down because she came from a single parent household and she saw men coming in and out of her mother's house, and she knew they spent the night, but they never stayed. And she heard the
Right.
hit it, yeah, get it,
Yes,
daddy.
right.
And the next day he was gone, and maybe that's how she equates relationships.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the side chick. What would be your definition of a side chick?
I would say one that would like to be in a relationship, is maybe in love with somebody that has someone, but she's okay with getting even just a little bit of him. She's content with that. She's okay with just getting a little bit of him, even though she's aware that there's a serious relationship going on elsewhere. She's okay and has accepted the fact that her role is the other woman.
I can agree. I agree with you on that. That's part of it. Again, it goes back to what I said, kind of like the bust down. She feels like this is the best that she can get. Like although there's a whole bunch of fish in the sea, as they say, she can't get anyone else. This is the guy that, she feels like this is the best she'll get, is playing her position as second piece instead of, in first place. She's willing to share. She's willing to, get just a little bit of time, and she's aware of the other woman, but she don't care. She want her piece, and that's it.
I would just find a side piece almost like you guys just described. I think a side piece might be a woman that she met him. She didn't ask the appropriate questions. Wow. They were hanging out. She caught that vibe. And then she said, "Do you have a woman?" And he said, "Yes." And not that she wants to accept the position that she finds herself in. She's in number 2 position, jockeying to be number 1. Ooh. So for a side piece, she's going to be, side chick, because I want to define side piece. Side chick is she's number 2.
Okay.
She's jockeying for a position to become number 1. So she's about to be all she can be in this Negro's army. She's going to treat him right. She's not going to be confrontational. She's going to always have a smile on her face. She's going to bust it open. She's going to be available for conversation at the spur of the moment. She's going to be understanding because she thinks that she can take Adrianne's position. She's the better woman. And she's going to be dangerous, too. Because once she sees that she's not going to be number 1, that's going to be the woman that busts the windows out your car because she believes that she got played.
Yes.
She might be the woman that keys your car or throws a little bit of fingernail polish remover on your car. Or busts your tires. She's going to be the one that calls your house. Or she sees you out in public and it's been verified that you're not going nowhere. You're not leaving your woman. She's going to be confrontational. She's going to lose her goddamn mind. And she's going to feel that she got played, and she's going to spend her days, nights, minutes, seconds, and hours seeking her revenge. That's a side chick, in my opinion. But I think there's also a side piece. Would you say there is a side piece? I think a side piece is a female that is kind of similar, got caught up, or she saw a man across the room and she was attracted to him and he was attracted to him and there was no relationship defined and he didn't have to work at it, at trying to do anything to impress her to be in a relationship.
Right.
He saw that she was attracted to him. He knew he did not want to be in a relationship, but because he knew she kind of got at him or she, initiated some kind of interaction, like she, there's a possibility that I might want to get with you. He took advantage of that. He knew he wasn't not going to have enough time, but since he thought she was so interested, he obliged her. So he gave her a piece of his love when he could, in between whatever he was trying to do with his life. Because most of the times, men don't bring sand to the beach. So they might have went out on some dates. They might have took a walk. They might have done some things. And if she was not the woman that was accustomed to being wined and dined in a certain type of way that he was, showing her, she's thinking that we're nearing a relationship, but she's never asked the question. So when you think a man is whining and dining you, it's not necessarily he's whining and dining you. It's he's doing what he wants to do.
Yes.
So I think that's a side piece. And she is not as dangerous as a side chick because somewhere down the line, she knew this wasn't going to be a relationship. And she might just cut the relationship off. And then he'll think that he was used as a piece of meat and get an attitude. And, that's a side piece to me.
Right.
And I think it's, I might be wrong, but that's just my opinion of the two things.
Okay.
Side piece.
Let's talk about the bad bitch. What is your definition of a bad bitch?
That's the loudmouth one. That's the one that tells everybody and screams, I'm a bad bitch. I do this. I get his money. I take that. I give him sex when I want. But deep down, she not.
Yeah.
She's not. But she's the loud one that everybody hears. She screams she's that chick. She screams everybody wants her, but she's single. That's my definition.
I would say it's a girl that she acts as though she's very confident in her position. She feels like, okay, he gonna do this for me, he gonna do that for me, and it's usually one of those chicks that I feel are very extra. They like are out there, and they have pulled this many a guys to get money or get things or materialistic things, but never in a committed situation. It's always this dude to this dude to this dude, get what they want. That's what I feel is the bad bitch. She's usually confident because maybe she's very pretty, maybe she has a body that's banging, whatever the case may be.
That's what I would say. A bad bee is a female that her hair is banging, her makeup is beat, her body is banging. She's been told by multiple men that, damn, when she walked past, everybody's trying to get at her. Her phone book is full. She drives a certain car. She shops at a certain stores. She's always in designer this, designer that. She has her own money. She has her own car. She's going to be the female that says, I don't need a man, but I want a man.
Exactly. Right.
That's what and she might exude self-esteem on the outside, but really she's hurting on the inside because she's replaced the company of a man with all these materialistic things. That's a bad beat.
Exactly.
She is going to be the loud one. She might be the one that does some things to you too once she gets her feelings involved, because we have a lot of women out here that think that they can operate as a man. They can sleep around and they can, trick men and use men and they're not going to have any kind of mental effect behind that. So that's what I would call a bad bee. Let's talk about the mistress, because see, the mistress to me is one of the baddest females on the planet.
Wow. Yeah.
What is your definition of the mistress?
The mistress knows her position.
Right.
She knows where she knows her lane, and she stays in it. She can be called on at any time, and she's going to meet that man's needs. But she plays her position well because she knows that she can't talk about anything. She can't be seen in certain places.
And we're talking about the real old school mistress.
Yes, yes. But yet she's very well taken care of. She almost is taken care of just as well as his main chick.
As the wife.
Yep, or the wife, exactly. So I guess mistress would go with wife rather than girlfriend, huh?
Correct.
Right.
Or so okay. Yeah. So yes, she knows her lane and she stays in it. She's not going to cause any type of rift, whatever. She's not going to get him in trouble. She knows how to keep her mouth shut. But she's very well taken care of.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. She's taken care of. She plays her part. She plays her role. If the man has a headache because the wife is giving him a headache, she makes sure she makes him feel better. She sends him home, back home feeling better. She encourages him to stay in that marriage. She gets what she needs when he's there and then sends him back. Or she's aware that he's not going to be with her 24/7. She knows, the time allotted for when to meet up, what time to meet up, where to go. She's aware that she can't share this information with other people. She knows that there will be no public photos. She knows that should something happen, I don't know, if he dropped dead at a funeral, she knows that there's nothing she can do about it. There is no benefits to it. She knows that if a kid should, be produced in this situation, she's aware that no one is to know where that kid came from.
Wow.
She plays her part and she plays it well.
Is she happy?
She doesn't mind sharing, so. And I'm just basing that on, I was watching a show recently because someone else had brought it up, and I was like, damn, I didn't see that episode. But I was watching an episode of A Scandal, and there was an episode where the husband was with the mistress at a hotel room, and he had a heart attack, right? And so certain things had to come into play. The wife was aware that he was with the mistress and all that. And so, the person that was supposed to handle the problem, the fixer, told the mistress, you can't get benefits. You can't be at the funeral. You don't get to say your goodbyes, but we know you have a child. So,
oh my God. Yeah.
What do you want so we can make this go away? Because this can't be out in the public. Mm-hmm. This can't be, what do you want so we can make you go away? What do you want? And she knew her part, and she asked for her dollar amount and went on her merry own way, because there was nothing there was no let me say my goodbyes, let me go to the funeral, let me, my child is a part of the family. No. You knew what it was. What do you want so we can make you go away?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
the mistress. When you look up the word mistress, she is a head. She is a teacher. She is an authority figure. The mistress is responsible. Her main job is to make sure that man stays in his marriage. Mm-hmm. Like Neisha said, when he has a headache, when he can't take it no more, when the lady has got on his nerves, when she didn't perform sexually in the manner that he chose. Right. She fulfills all of those things. Mm-hmm. She's not looking for him to be her man. She's not looking for him to leave his wife. She has her own selfish agenda. She has her own motive. She wants something. We don't know if she has a little boutique somewhere in the city and she needs that lease paid for. Mm-hmm. We don't know if she wants one of those foreign vehicles, and that car note going to be about $1,500 a month, and I'm going to need you to pay for that for my silence. She might want to get her rent paid. She might want to move up, to that high-rise apartment in the sky, wow. That little penthouse. Like Neisha said, she is not going to tell anybody. Nope. Not even her homegirls. Nope. They will never know. Probably until Neisha says something happens to him if he is to meet his demise. Mm-hmm. She will not be the woman that when he accidentally falls asleep, posting a selfie to put it on social media to say, I got your man. Right.
She would never do that.
Right. If she is out in public and she sees Neisha, sees her man with Neisha, she's not going to confront him. And the next time when she sees him, when he comes to her home, she says nothing about it. That's not her business. That's not her problem. Only thing she's concerned with is what's going on right here and right now. Mm-hmm. She don't give a damn about seeing him on Easter and Christmas, and she knows he might not be there on Valentine's Day. He might have to get there on the 15th. Mm-hmm. She don't care if he misses her birthday. That's the old school traditional mistress. Right. She might live right across the hall and you know nothing about her. Mm-hmm. She is not going to call your house. Mm-hmm. She is not going to stalk you. She is not going to show up at places where she knows that you and your wife frequent. She is like a ghost. You probably won't even know about her until there is a funeral and you're like, who was that lady in all black? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like Neisha says, if she has a child, they have a financial agreement as far as that child is concerned. Mm-hmm. And when the relationship is over,
that's it.
Before it's over, she is stacking her chips because she understands this is a temporary situation and she will move on to the next. That is a mistress to me.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. The thing that stood out to me when you were sharing right then is a child. What do you tell a child that's caught up in a situation like that?
Your mommy was a mistress.
Straight up.
Daddy can't be here 24/7 because mommy is in a relationship with a man who's with someone else. I know some people that are products of that situation. They knew.
At a young age or not?
They knew. Daddy may not make it to the game. Daddy may or may not make it to...
Because he's with his other family.
Because he's with his... Correct.
His own paper family.
And see, that's the problem with a lot of women when they do get into relationships and they have these children out of wedlock. You know, the child is basically thinking that the other parent is the villain. Mm-hmm. But it's going to have to be a day when your kid is going to come and tell you, and you got to be like, your mama was a hoe.
Yeah, exactly.
You was a product of a one night stand.
Right.
I don't know who the nigga is, you know. Yeah. See, a mistress, she doesn't want to be the traditional woman.
Right.
She doesn't want to cook and clean for him every day, be domesticated, have sex with him every day. Mm-hmm. She might be the woman that subscribe to monogamous relationships. Mm-hmm. She might be freaking married.
Right.
She might be having an affair. She might be the woman, again, I didn't finish that statement, that subscribed to traditional relationships, seeing that what didn't work out for her. And this is the way that she's happy.
Yes.
And that's what it is.
Okay. Wow.
So, that's all I got. You have any final thoughts?
Ooh, that was deep.
Play your position. Whether you subscribe to be the mistress, the bad bitch, the bust down, side piece, side chick, if that's the role or the position you want to play it. I don't encourage it because I know for me, my feelings get involved.
Oh, I was just
you know, I prefer monogamy. I prefer one-on-one relationships with one person. I prefer being committed to that one person and expecting that in return. However, I am aware that there are some women that, like Mona said earlier, they prefer that other role. They prefer to be the mistress, or they prefer to be the side chick. They prefer to be the bust down, you know, no consequences. And if you're going to do that, if you're going to play those roles, protect yourself, protect your body, guard your mind, you know, if that's what you feel like you can handle, and do you. Again, I don't encourage it. However, we know it exists. We know it happens. We've seen the news recently where mistresses come out and run their mouth, or side pieces come out and run their mouth and are trying to expose the particular person in question. So if this is what you want, if this is the life you choose, be prepared for the consequences of your actions. And that's my final thought.
My final thought would be, it just seems it has the potential to be so messy and so ugly and so hurtful. And maybe that's because for me, I would see myself getting, I couldn't separate the two. But if that works for you, like you said, know your position. Know that if you're thinking that it's going to turn into something other than that, the likelihood of it is very slim. And you either have to decide that you're going to stay in that role or you need to let it go. Because, I think some mistresses can turn into, or these side pieces or these other things can maybe turn into real relationships, but the likelihood of it is, I don't think so, because it started off in a messy place. Yep. And I think women need to remember, and I say this all the time, know your worth. If that is not what you, don't settle for anything. But if it's been made very clear, look, you the other chick, you the side piece, whatever, accept it.
I would say society places a lot of restrictions and rules and regulations on individuals as far as relationships are concerned. And at the end of the day, society cannot make you happy. You know in your hearts of heart what make you happy. I think sometimes we don't do certain things because Neisha might say it's wrong or Adrianne might say it's wrong, and then we are damaging our own selves because that's sometimes women think that's all that they can get.
Right.
So whether you subscribe to be a jump off, a bust down, a side chick, side piece, a bad bitch, a mistress, at the end of the day, I hate to bust your bubble. At the end of the day, every last one of them are a jump off. And if that's what you want to sign up for, like we say, do you, but don't cry victim. Some of them get a little more perks than others. So like Neisha said, you're going to be for them streets, or you're going to be for a traditional man and be for a husband. Choose wisely. Pick a door. That's all we have for you today. We are BGP. We would ask that you push that red subscription bell, like, subscribe, share our videos. It might help somebody out. You might not be able to explain it, to them without them being mad at you, leave us a comment, if you would like to contribute to the panty jar, because the panties is getting a little low around here. That information is for you in the description box. And until the next episode, BGP, we out. Bye.